up to number 30 now on my fancy playlist, August 10th, 1985. Well, this song, as far as it just leapt out at me, leaped at me. It had such an exotic, pleasing melody to it. It just, gosh, when I listen to the song, I think of being in the Bahamas or in the Caribbean, just laying out under the palm trees, this blue, endless vault of blue sky, and the sun beaming down at me, and just chilling on the beach, and then maybe just taking a little swim in the water, absolute pure blue water, and the song just had that vibe to it, that beachy calypso vibe to it. And Howard Jones, Live in One Day at number 30 on my fantasy playlist. And it was from his second studio album. I wrote it down somewhere, and I can't find Dreamin' to Action. That's the name of the album. His debut album was Humans Live. Human Live was his first album, and then he came out with Dreamin' to Action. Dreamin' to Action yielded his first American top 10 hit, which was Things Can Only Get Better. That went to number 6 in the UK, went to number 5 here in the States. Howard Jones from Southampton, England. Lived in Canada for a while when he was real young. He took piano lessons when he was 7 years old. Later supported himself for a while as a piano teacher. And his first band that he played in, a progressive rock and roll band called Warrior. That does not sound like a Howard Jones band. That sounds like a hard rocking, heavy metal band. But he had that throwaway hairstyle that was really cool. That 80s hairstyle, that classic 80s hairstyle. Howard Jones, he played here in Tuscaloosa. Yes, he did. It was at Foster Auditorium. He played here. I can't remember the year. I think it was 1988, 1989. Played right here in Tuscaloosa at Foster Auditorium. A lot of people don't remember that. Even here in T-Town, of course. But Things Can Only Get Better, that was a big hit. That was his first big hit here in the States. He had a couple off his first album. There was a new song in late 83, early 84, new wave record. Great new wave record. Had that thudding, that drum machine, whatever, that thudding dance beat. And there was What Is Love in the spring and summer of 84. I remember watching that video on Night Tracks. But both of those songs were not really big records. Although I do remember WLS playing a new song. But his second album, Things Can Only Get Better, and then there was Look Mama, which was not a here in the States, which went to number 10 in England, and the song Life in One Day in the summer of 1985 by Howard Jones. Song went to number 19 here in the States, number 14 in England. Howard Jones. Here's a little piece of trivia about Howard Jones. Number one, he's a practicing Buddhist, and number two. And this kind of resonated because I'm a vegetarian. He's a vegetarian. He opened a vegetarian restaurant in New York City, West Village, New York City, 1987. It was called Nowhere. And he had some well-heeled people patronizing the restaurant. Patrons including Madonna, Michael J. Fox, Lou Reed. How about that? I don't know if it's still open. Years ago, 30 years ago, 1987, can't believe it. But 32 years ago on this fancy playlist of August 10th, 1985, Howard Jones with Life in One Day.